it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for January 2022. So on Monday, January 17th, we have our very first full moon of 2022. And this full moon is taking place in Cancer. This is going to be a doozy, not gonna lie to you. The full moon, especially the moon herself, is in her place of power in Cancer and energy. That's where she rules over. And of course, the full moon intensifies our emotion, intensifies our situations in order for us to recognize what it is we have to let go of. We've had some very dramatic changes take place in a very short amount of time, especially affecting our home and our family dynamics, really illuminating for us the pain and the suffering that we've likely accumulated from our childhoods. And when we take a good look at the Cancer and energy, it does rule over the mother role. We have to understand where it is that we have to nurture ourselves back to a safe place in our emotional realms, where it is we have to provide ourselves with a little bit of stability, because of course we've been dealing with a lot of chaos. And this is going to be a time where our senses are heightened. If you haven't listened to this week's Ascension forecast, I definitely recommend that you go and do that. This particular full moon, again, you should be downloading your moon guide if you haven't already, is definitely going to show us where it is that we have to put some of the emotional baggage down. Our heart space is full, and it is full with a lot of the pain, a lot of the suffering, a lot of the hurt that we've accumulated over the years, especially over this last month, because like I said, 2022 has been a very bumpy start. And in order for us to move to the next level of our enlightenment, of our consciousness, of the new earth vibration that we're trying to get into, we have to put the baggage down. This particular energy is really going to make our heart activation seem very intense. And of course, there are some physical symptoms that go along with this particular energy where heart activations are concerned. But basically, we are really kind of being pressurized and intensified to let some of this emotion out. There might be a lot of tears. That's okay. It's good to release. It's good to purge. This particular energy is going to not only be triggered by the full moon, but we have Pluto very active under this moon as well, along with the true node that is about to switch out of the Gemini-Sagittarius axis and move into the Taurus and Scorpio axis, giving us an 18-month life lesson. Again, if you haven't listened to the 2022 energy forecast, that 4-part series that I put out covering all the astro events for the year, definitely check that out, because I go in more into depth about what the Taurus Scorpio axis is all about, which is actually about death and surrendering and letting go. So we have to create a space in order to build new foundations, and this full moon in Cancer is definitely pressurizing us to let it all out. This is going to be a little bit of a doozy. We do have some elemental energy supporting us and recognizing where our physical realms are changing, the emotional repercussions of those physical changes, what it is that we're bearing on our heart space, and what it is that we have to let go of in order to get a grip on what it is that we need to do to rebuild our safety net from here. So yes, our homes are changing. Yes, the family dynamics are changing. Yes, we're purging a lot of childhood issues. We're dealing with the mother role. We're dealing with the feminine energy. We're recognizing where the emotional chaos has gotten us to a point, a breakdown point, to be honest with you, and where it is that we have to just drop the mask a little bit, get real, get raw, get vulnerable, and let it all out. This is going to be a perfect time for us to connect the dots, a perfect time for aha moments, moments of genius, moments of inspiration, moments of revelations to come in and really just be amplified so that we can see not only why things had to happen in the way that they did, but we can see an actual path forward. Now, this particular full moon in Cancer is a little bit unique in the fact that we have Mercury in a retrograde, we have Venus in a retrograde, and we have Uranus in a retrograde. This is definitely putting a huge focus on the past. And because Cancer and energy is very connected and rooted in the past, there's a lot of nostalgia coming up. There's a lot of memories coming up. We have a tendency to romanticize the past and kind of, paint it in a different light than it actually happened in. And now we have to have a little bit of a reality check. And of course, the sun in Capricorn provides us with that reality check to bring us back down to earth, to recognize what is real and what is made up for our survival. And we have to get down to the nitty gritty of the details, because we can't live in a state of chaos. We can't live in a state of uncertainty. And all of this is definitely stemming from the weight, the emotional weight that we are choosing to carry in our heart space. We've been presented with a lot of new information and a lot of new changes that we have to alter our plans in moving forward because of. And many of us have not even been wanting to think about our future because we're barely getting through our here and now. I think that because Mercury is retrograde, because Venus is retrograde, and because Uranus is preparing to go direct just tomorrow, so literally within 24 hours of the full moon peak's energy, Uranus will be coming out of a retrograde and going direct. All of these factors are really showing us, especially where the moon is taking place at 27 degrees. This is the second full moon in a row taking place at 27 degrees. We're definitely closing some chapters. There's definitely some soul contracts that are being kind of ended for all the right reasons in order to free us up to move into our future realms, lighter and brighter. And it might seem like we can't, put the emotional baggage down, that we're never going to heal, that we're never going to feel any different than how it is that we currently feel. Of course, that is just our ego talking. Our higher self knows better. We understand we have to go through cycles of pain and suffering in order to learn the lesson and be a little bit more grateful for the little things in life, for the people in our life, for the things that actually make us happy, bring us a sense of joy, and give us a sense of meaning and purpose. So under this full moon in Cancer, what should you do? You should love yourself. You should take care of yourself. You should nurture yourself, as so easily you take care of other people. This is a time for you to recreate a space in your inner realm and in your physical realm that is of safety, that is of stability. And at this particular point in time where everything kind of seems a little bit cray-cray, you want to kind of focus on the basics of your life, the things that you can count on, the things that you have control over, so that you can lean all the way into that stability and ride the wave of this confusion and of this chaos. If nothing else, I hope you lean all the way in and let your heart chakra purge what it is that you need to let go of in order to actually open that heart up once again.